Hey.
Hey.
I got caught up over here doing work.
Things?
Yeah, all the Malco stuff is sent. So.
Oh, thank you.
What are we drafting?
I did like 8 ads yesterday. We're not drafting anything.
Oh,
I wrote you back.
Oh, I didn't see it because I've been in here working.
If it's a Thursday coming off a game day, I need production meeting.
Let's do
I need
it.
you to decide what we're drafting by midday Wednesday so I can at least have my brain flirt with it as I'm sitting at the game.
Got you.
And then don't have to come up with a draft the next morning.
Got you.
I'm out of shape. I need the preseason to get back in shape. I now understand the point of the preseason. It's for me.
For you. Just for you.
And my fellow broadcast
How is that going?
crew. We're back.
There it is.
Nothing makes me understand what a professional radio voice of the Memphis Grizzlies, Eric Hasseltine, is. Quite like watching him figure out how to fill back-to-back blowout preseason games, you know? Like, he's telling stories. He's coming up with anecdotes. At one point, we're going through the marriage history of Kelly Rowland.
What?
Yeah. That's a pros move right there. I had like 3 tabs up of former Dallas Cowboy Roy Williams.
She was married to
She was
Roy
engaged.
Williams.
No, she wasn't. She's married to Tim Witherspoon, who's the SVP of music at Nickelodeon. She was engaged to Roy Williams.
Oh, okay.
But she and Tim have been married for quite some time. And that's what you found out if you were listening to Grizzlies Celtics on the Memphis Grizzlies radio network
Roy Williams.
last night.
Texas, right? Like, really good
Yeah,
Texas
horse
football
collar.
player. Yeah.
Responsible for changing of the horse collar rule.
That's something else he did?
Yes.
I forgot that was him. That was him and T.O., right?
Yes.
When T.O. was on the Eagles.
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah. What was the song?
Ooh La La by Goldfrapp. It's like a dance hit. You would know it. It was in a ton of commercials at the time. It's like, I said, ooh la 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 la. I said, ooh la 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 la. It was in infinite commercials. If you heard it, I'm not doing it justice. You'd be like, that was in a ad where they were trying to sell me something.
I'm going to listen to it.
Okay.
It's Ooh La La?
Yeah.
By who?
Goldfrapp.
Goldfrapp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it was like the dance hit of the year. The year it came out.
Well, you know,
but it was like mid-2000s.
Okay.
I know, but then it became uber commercialized because
Gotcha.
everyone's joking. And it was in Crazy Stupid Love.
Didn't see
It
it.
was all over the place. Oh, that's a movie. I think you would like that movie. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, October 9th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the Grizz are 0-2 this preseason after falling to the Celtics last night here at FedEx Forum. But I thought the most interesting takeaways actually came from after the game. I will explain. Teresa Walker will join us in the second segment. NFL Week 6 storylines. Can the Titans put together a win streak? Words we didn't think we'd be saying this season. We'll also get her take on the Bill Belichick situation that continues to unfold in Chapel Hill. WNBA Finals saw Asia Wilson lift the Aces to a 3-0 lead. MLB playoffs were exciting. We'll do some Theater Thursday. Timothy Chalamet playing ping pong, what we're watching, what we're looking forward to. It is a Thursday. You know what we say. Ooh la 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 la. You know it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 Or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling of having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We are one day closer to Friday. We are making our way through the week. We are making it through the Memphis Grizzlies preseason together. Preseason game 2 last night here at FedEx Forum. Grizz fall to the Celtics 121-103. CJ, I'll ask you the same question I asked you on Monday. When did you know it was a preseason game?
What happened?
Exactly. Don't worry, I'm here
Oh, thank you.
to tell you, to tell the other people who might not have watched the Grizzlies preseason game last night. I knew it was a preseason game when they jumped going the wrong way on the jump ball and they had to do it again. What? That's when I knew it was a preseason game. They were like, oopsie, we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to redo the
Wait, so
jump.
how did they figure it out?
I don't know. My head was
figured-
down and I missed it. And the next thing I knew, Eric was in my ear saying, well, looks like they're jumping again. Oh, I think it's because they were set up to go the wrong way.
Oh, my goodness.
And he said, woohoo, we're so back. 2 things can be true. CJ Hurt, among others. 1, we don't have to lie to ourselves and say, well, that was a fun preseason game, because it hasn't. It has not been a very fun preseason for the 2025 Memphis Grizzlies. I am looking around the league last night, and I am finding myself having just a bit of FOMO. Kevin Durant's making his debut for the Rockets. They got to win. He's doing a walk-off interview. He scored 20 points. That same game featured Ace Bailey making his debut for the Utah Jazz, and he went off for like 24, 25 points. Even Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green all played for the Warriors last night. They came back to get a win. Brandon Ingram made 5 threes for Toronto. Khalil Ware had 29 and 12 for Miami. I'm seeing these big moments happen across the NBA preseason, and I am finding myself dying of thirst for something, anything, to move me for the Grizzlies. And last night, they stunk. Now, I will say Jalen Wells had a nice game, and we will get into that. If you were looking for positives, Jalen Wells was that for the Grizzlies last night. But I'm not going to sit here and gaslight you into thinking that you should have had a good time watching the Memphis Grizzlies play preseason basketball last night, because you probably didn't. Now, if you found yourself angry watching last night's preseason game, may I suggest a popsicle or a Snickers or taking a nice walk around the block, because there is no reason to be angry about last night's preseason game.
Why not?
When you have a game where on one side of the court, in Celtics green uniforms, you have perennial all-star Jaylen Brown, gold medalist Derek White, 9-year veteran Chris Boucher, Sam Hauser, our old friend Xavier Tillman Sr., and on the other side of the court, you have 3 rookies, 2 of which are rostered in Javon Small making his preseason debut, the other of which being Cedric Coward, who went 0 of 7 in his preseason debut on Monday, and the other of which being Lawson Levering, who is on an Exhibit 10 contract and is expected perhaps to spend most of the year with the Memphis Hustle, and then you supplement that with Jalen Wells and Santi Aldama. The game went about as you would expect the game to go. And Jaylen Brown was excellent. But I would hope that Jaylen Brown, I saw way too many people say, wow, the solo show of Jaylen Brown off to a great start in Boston. Yeah, I should hope to shout. He was going up against primarily Grizzlies reserves. I saw way too many people from the Celtics side of things saying, Luke Cornett looked incredible. I hope Luca Garza looked incredible. I hope Luca Garza looked incredible going up against Lawson Levering and Braxton Key.
I mean, when's the last time we said Luca Garza's name?
Right now!
Like, Luca Garza was...
So much so that I just accidentally called him Luke Cornett, who's now off living his best life in San Antonio. Listen, it's just one of those situations where at the end of the day, the Grizzlies did not have John Morant, but they also didn't have Ty Jerome, and they also didn't have Scottie Pippen Jr. And Javon Small was in his first preseason game, and he is not ready to run that offense. That is just a fact of nature. And then you don't have Jaren, and you don't have Brandon Clark, and you don't have Zach Edey because of injury. But then you also don't have Jock Landale because he sat last night. And so, ultimately, most of the guys on the court last night were participating in jobs and roles that they will not be expected to play this season as the Grizzlies are supposed to be constructed. So it makes it difficult to pull things from, to get mad about, to get uber excited about, and that's just the reality. Like, one of the most electric moments was Vince Williams baiting Jaylen Brown into pushing him and then both getting technical fouls in a preseason game. And Vince Williams is crazy in that moment. But that was about the only good thing we saw from Vince Williams last night, and that's just the way it is. Now, I actually found Coach Tomas Isolo's post-game press conference pretty enlightening. Not always the case, but he thus far has been pretty gracious in shared information. There's really not a lot of coach speak with him. He's pretty forthcoming about reasons why he's doing something the way he's doing it and what the vision is for various players on this roster. And I did also really like his use of the phrase paralysis by analysis. I love a rhyme. Paralysis by analysis is what he described the Grizzlies early in that game last night. Felt like the team came out timid and cautious, but through the middle of the third quarter into the fourth, when the Celtics were at like numbers 10 through 15 on their roster, the Grizzlies started to find some rhythms, started to find some physicality, especially the case with Cedric Coward, who we'll get into, who picked up the pace, picked up the steam a bit there later on in that game. But he did explain the decision of sitting guys like Ty Jerome, Kenny Caldwell-Pope, Jock Landale, Scottie Pippen Jr. And listen, if you're a Grizzlies fan and you're frustrated that the Grizzlies sat some players in a preseason game, I will remind you it is a preseason game. Tomas Isolo would remind you preseason games are not for getting any points in the standings. They are for getting your team ready. And he laid it out pretty blatantly. They have a plan. The plan is to move towards Game 1, October 22nd, against the New Orleans Pelicans, and to have the team and all the guys as ready as they can be. And where they evaluated sitting those guys last night versus someone like a Santi Aldama, a Jalen Wells, who are more in that ramp-up period. Santi's already in close to NBA game shape because he played in the Euros. Jalen Wells, from their perspective, is already close to NBA game shape because of how he spent his summer and the extended run that he had with the Grizzlies during Summer League. So those two are already in a position where they're playing 2 games in 3 nights, whereas you're sitting Jerome, Pope, Landau, with the knowledge that there is another preseason game on Saturday. And again, I will remind you for the 18,000th time, the points in a preseason game don't matter. The wins and losses in a preseason game don't matter. And so this is all structurally the behind the scenes, the pulling back the curtain of why these decisions get made. You can disagree with it, but that's just the way that this is going to roll forward in terms of who plays in the preseason. Now, I did think when he expanded on Jalen Wells, who was the bright spot from last night's game. Jalen Wells last night finishes with 21 points on 9 shots, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Very effective scorer, got the ball in a lot of different situations, and that is by design. And we saw that for Jalen Wells in Summer League, too. This idea of trying to figure out how to get Jalen Wells more comfortable playing both on and off the ball. And if you get him in that position, thinking about the potential upgrade of him shifting to be able to play more of that 2 role and being able to be on the ball, and being an upgrade of Desmond Bane on the defensive end, certainly. And if you can make him serviceable on the ball, you also have him as a shooter and just the versatility of him as a player there. And then you throw in the improvements that he's made on defense. And Tomas Isolo pointed out he's gotten better at on-ball defense. He's gotten more physical. He's better at navigating screens. His off-ball defense has taken a huge jump. And overall, just seeing this like nice growth trajectory, but being that secondary ball handler, being something that is a continued workshop. And where do you workshop? In the preseason. And how do you workshop that more? By putting Jalen Wells in a game yesterday where the only true point guard is Javon Small, and he is a rookie making his preseason debut. So that's a positive. Like, the ultimate vision for what Jalen Wells can be for this team is not determined, but is aided in putting him in more difficult positions. Is it fun to watch all the time for the rest of the team? No, but in a vacuum, I was impressed with Jalen Wells last night. And that's important because Jalen Wells is a part of this rotation this season.
Yeah, he is a part of the rotation, and I fear that it's happening again, where we're going to be talking about, hey, what this player might be in this role, or what this player might be in that role, a role that they're not really suited for, not made for, instead of allowing that player to just do the things that that player is good at. And if you get in a spot where you've got a bunch of different dudes doing a bunch of different things that they're not good at, instead of doing the thing or things that they're good at, I think it's going to be an interesting season, potentially rough season, if that is the case. With all those bodies out, it makes sense. It's a preseason. Somebody's got to do something. Jalen Wells took the opportunity and made the most of it. He, proverbially speaking, grabbed the bull by the horns. You wish that some of the other players did something similar with the opportunity that they were given. But every game is a shout out Taylor Jenkins. It's a data point. It is. Every single one of these games is okay, he can't. So when the rotation gets settled out, and when we are looking up in mid-November wondering why guys aren't playing who people want to play, like, you point to this type of game here where nobody is playing for you, and here's your chance, you being the Grizzlies and rotation players and reserves, dudes who are 8, 9, 10, 11, et cetera, on the bench. You point to this game and say, okay, you had an opportunity, though. You did. And you showed us what you could and couldn't do. We can't trust you. We can't roll with you right now. And that's kind of where we are with a lot of guys on this roster. A lot of guys are in a handful of guys that fans really, really like, and that fans really, really love, and that fans will chant their names if they're not in games. You kind of got to look around and say, okay, he's had his chance. He's had his opportunity. He's had his moment. Like, what do we can't keep giving him opportunities and moments. He's just not good enough yet.
Someone else who, I won't say fully grabbed the bull by the horns, but started to, was like grasping for it, was Cedric Coward. And one, it was great to see him put the ball in the basket. And he had a dunk in the first quarter where he missed a three, ended up cutting down the lane. I think it was Levering who got the rebound, found a cutting Cedric, and he had a nice, powerful jam for his first NBA field goal. He had a free throw in the first game, but he had been 0-7, and he'd missed a couple shots at that point. And it was nice to see him have that moment. But then there wasn't a whole lot there from Cedric Coward until we got about midway through the third quarter. And that was another thing that Tomas Isolo kind of like pontificated on at the end, was not really being able to pinpoint the exact moment where Cedric Coward yesterday said, okay, let's go. I'm going to stop overthinking this. I'm going to stop really like thinking so much and just playing basketball. Like, just go out there and play basketball. And that's an important step to get through. That is a part of the rookie pre-wall that happens is, I'm a basketball player. I was drafted. I'm going to go out and play basketball instead of thinking through every single motion. And you saw Cedric Coward begin to give you flashes of what he could be. He was much more physical in getting to the free throw line. He took 7 free throws. He was 7-7 at the line. Driving, being the guy that this team has seen in practice, the kind of guy that has players like Scottie Pippen Jr. saying this is one of the best rookies I've ever seen. And I thought that was a really important step in the growth process for Cedric Coward. He did start last night, so was able to get ample minutes. And then last but not least, Santi Aldama played last night. And I thought there were some really nice moments from Santi. He is unique, and when Coach Isolo was going through just like the toolkit that Santi Aldama provides this team, the combo of his length and his athleticism and also the vision. He had a couple really nice passes. He had this great jump pass to Lawson Levering for a dunk early in the game. But those are the positives that will allow for Santi Aldama to be a meaningful part of this rotation. So my takeaways last night, Jalen Wells, Cedric Coward, Santi Aldama, they're all part of this at the moment. Guys like Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams, a little tougher of a preseason game 2 for those two players. Some nice moments for Cam Spencer, who we haven't really talked about from game 1, also game 2. Just, we know who Cam Spencer is. He can hit threes. He's always going to be uber competitive, give it to you on the defensive end, and that's been nice too. We will see it again because we have a third Grizzlies home preseason game on Saturday against the Atlanta Hawks. Come out and support the team on a weekend. It's a nice weekend to come out downtown, walk around, go frequent a business, and then come watch Grizzlies Hawks for the preseason. That's my attempt there. We'll take a quick break. Teresa Walker is going to join us on the other side. We will catch up with her about what she has seen from the Grizzlies. She was with them at training camp in Nashville last week. We have the Tennessee Titans, who won a game and now play the Raiders this week and will look to win perhaps 2 in a row. What she's heard from Titans camp, NFL storylines going into week 6. That's with Teresa after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take them ball! Defense, take them ball!
So on 1, 2,
us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. It's Thursday. That means it's time to catch up with Teresa Walker of the Associated Press. She joins us every Thursday. She joins us now. Teresa, how are you doing this morning?
I'm all right, except that, let's be honest. The Titans got a win on Sunday, so it makes things a lot easier because for at least a week, the Groundhog Day questions end. How do you break the skid? How do you try to find a win? You know, what has to happen to be better? Instead, it's how do you stack a win? And guys, had to go in the Wayback Machine. You know, the last time this franchise won consecutive back-to-back games?
Tell us, Teresa.
It was in 1 week, November 13th, November 17th, a Thursday night game in Green Bay in 2022. It's a span of 46 games, young lady and gentlemen. It's been a long time.
Teresa, I understand they
So
won.
you're saying there's a chance.
Listen.
Of course there's a chance.
Well,
They're playing the Raiders.
Raiders.
1-4 versus 1-4. May the best team come out.
I understand that they won last week. But
we know it was gift wrapped by the Cardinals, CJ. Let them have
when
this
you're
moment.
playing a team like the
still
Cardinals that can
bad.
gift wrap, you are also playing a team like the Raiders that could gift wrap. So you are in another situation.
Listen, wait. Okay, I guess my point is, win or not this week, this is still a bad team and a bad franchise. What are they doing to try and get better?
Well, we saw some of it on.
Get better?
Well, we saw some of it in the fourth quarter on Sunday. Cam Ward was it 13 of 18 for 193 yards? I mean, that was almost more than he'd had in any game. All but one game, he had not thrown for that many yards in 3 games. So that's a step in improvement. Calvin Ridley, the highest paid player on this roster, had his best game of the season. Even in a game with a couple drops, he finished with 131 yards passing. I fed this to my colleague for our preview story of the game today, but Cam Ward also found his tight ends. Gunnar Helm, did you notice him on that wonderful, I think it was a 19-yard fade? That kid has got some serious hands. Chigakonkwo, the other tight end, they weren't really going to them, throwing the ball underneath, taking advantage of what a defense might be giving you until that fourth quarter. Chigakonkwo with what I call the Maverick maneuver, tap the brakes, let them go on by, and he just loops around them for a 16-yard gain. So, go to the tight ends, get Calvin Ridley going. Pass protection, he was only sacked twice in that game. Now, yes, big asterisk. It was the Cardinals, but still, for a team he's still the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. So you want signs of going in the right direction, that's that. I wrote about Jeffrey Simmons yesterday. This man, Devondre Sweat, his running mate and nose tackle is on IR, and yet he just keeps tearing up offensive lines. And it's a thing of beauty. He had 1.5 sacks last week. He had 8 tackles. He is doing some things that only 3 other defensive tackles have done since 21. So it's like he's leading the way. You're getting healthier. J.C. Latham is practicing, so he hasn't played in 4 games. The signs are good that he'll be back in Las Vegas. So that gives you another chance to improve. Let me think. Kevin Winston, he's a safety that was a draft pick. He's recovering from an ACL, and he's He got back on the field last week, excuse me. He made his season debut, started getting some snaps. They really liked that young man. So I'm really curious to see if they found something. But you're right, CJ. The pessimism abounds that this team is going to be picking in the top 5 next April yet again. But let us have our moment.
What do they do with? I can't. No. They're so bad. You said it's been since
When
2022?
someone gives you a gift, CJ, like the Cardinals did, you take it and you say thank you.
Yeah, no, don't turn down the gift. You absolutely take it, but I don't want people to take that gift and then be like, oh, let's feel good about this thing right now. No, like don't feel good. What would it take for somebody, a contender, to come in there and pry Simmons away from the Titans? Right? Like they aren't having a particularly great season. He is a really, really good high-level defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman. There have been talks about some teams sniffing around there. What would it take, do you think?
I think it has to be a deal close to what Micah Parsons drew for the Dallas Cowboys. And let's not forget, there were a lot of people saying, if you bid this out a little bit more, maybe you get more. So, I mean, he's having one of the best seasons right up there. I mean, he's looking at a Pro Bowl year. That said, yes, it's a tough one because he's in his 7th year. You're trying to build, and I mean, he's been the leader. He's been the one guy who has absolutely shown up in each of these games so far. Lost weight in the offseason, to make himself a better player. So, that's the tough one because, when you talk about this team improving, it's like they're still in the win. Can they get to 3 wins? That if they get to 3, anything above that is absolute gravy. This is not a team that is looking for a playoff run. Although I heard on local Nashville radio, somebody called in and said they got an email Monday letting them know you can get playoff tickets to the Titans. Yeah. Not so fast, my friend.
Ambitious.
It's a salesperson doing their job.
Up until last week, you could still get to the ticket website for the Memphis Showboat. So, things happen. Things happen in this world. I will say, Teresa, not trying to make more of that win than what it was because it was more emblematic of the Cardinals having one of the stupidest quarters of football that we have seen in a minute than the Titans actually winning a game. But I've been doing a lot of thinking on just confidence building moments for rookies because we see this all the time. And you have someone who, like a Cam Ward, is drafted high and they have spent the majority of their athletic career leading up to their first professional season winning. And then to be put into a situation where you are losing week after week, and I'm by no means trying to conflate the beginning of the Titans' regular season with 2 Grizzlies preseason games for a rookie like a Cedric Coward or a rookie like a Javon Small, but just this notion of having the ability to come in here today and Cam Ward says, I won an actual game last week. And I think you saw the look of relief on his face, especially that pass caught by, was it Calvin Ridley down the side?
He had a 47-yarder and a 38-yarder.
And just the close-up on Cam Ward's face after that was just the ultimate sign of relief. And you followed enough rookies at this point through their career. How big is it to just get that off the back and say, all right, I got my first win. I've reminded myself what it is like to be a part of a team that can win a game?
Jess, I think that's part of it, but I think the bigger part is that he saw what he could do in that offense in that fourth quarter. The check downs, taking the tight ends and allowing them, not always looking for the big play. There's going to be times to take that throw down the field. And that thing in that fourth quarter, we saw him be the quarterback that we had seen him in preseason, in training camp. And that's the thing I think that he can really grab onto. And he kind of talked about it, and the coaches have certainly talked about it. They were moving a little bit quicker, but they found some rhythm. And this is an offense that, again, they had their longest play the other day. They had gone through the first, I'm doing the math, they had gone through halftime and through the third quarter with still just 3 offensive touchdowns. And then they came back and, not only did they score a bunch in that fourth quarter, they held the Cardinals with the Cardinals' help, yes, dropped the ball literally, not once but twice. But that's the thing; they made plays, and now he can go look at that on tape. And then when the coaches are saying, "See, this is what happens when you take advantage of Chig in this move, or Gunnar Helm over here," you keep the chains moving, and some of the stuff that they've been preaching to him and talking to him about, he now has game tape of him doing it. And I think that's where you get the biggest benefit. And the fun thing is, he's poised on Sunday to become the first rookie for this franchise to start his first 6 games as a rookie. Why? Marcus Mariota started his first 5, was hurt for number 6. So, and yes, Marcus Mariota is the last quarterback we saw for this. I'm not even going to go to the Will Levis experience because this franchise has got much bigger problems than they've had with Will Levis over the last few years. But Marcus Mariota couldn't start 6 games because he got hurt. So he is in some new territory, and that's going to be the thing. What can this kid do after seeing exactly what they're wanting him to do and build on that?
Teresa, you have been around football for a minute, from the pros to college, in the most vintage of professional ways. I wanted to get your take on the continued
She
saga.
just called me old.
No, I called you knowledgeable. I called you experienced. And
Okay.
someone with the experience of yourself, I would love to know how you are viewing the ongoing saga of Chapel Bill and the Bill Belichick experience at North Carolina. We had an update to that experience last night when the University of North Carolina athletic director Bubba Cunningham and Bill Belichick made statements from them officially. And by statements, I think that's a bit hyperbolic because they are 2 sentences. Bill Belichick said, "I'm fully committed to UNC football and the program we're building here." And Bubba Cunningham said, "Coach Belichick has the full support of the Department of Athletics and university." Do you believe one, 2, both, or neither of those statements?
Neither. I mean, he is the basis for that is he has a fully guaranteed contract for 5 years. Now, as my colleague who covers North Carolina, he had this one, Aaron Beard, who also is one of our basketball writers. He had this great tweet: 5 games, 4 total touchdowns against power conference teams, 3 losses by 25 or more points, 2 statements, 1 month into the football season. So is it a kind of becoming the train wreck we all thought it might be in Chapel Hill? I mean, for all the talk of documentaries and Chapel Bill, and he was getting. It's like the critics who said that Bill Belichick ain't never done nothing without Tom Brady suddenly have a lot more fuel. But the hubris of going from the NFL, where you've been your essentially entire career, and we're talking decades for Bill Belichick, to go to North Carolina in this day, just because there's the portal and NIL, and think that, okay, it's pro football now, we're ready. Oops.
Oops is right. I do hope there's some way. I saw some reporter FOIA'd the documentary footage, said probably won't have luck on this, but I want everyone to know I'm at least trying to get the documentary footage from the now lost Hulu project. And I know if anyone were to get that footage, it'd be a far more interesting documentary than whatever they were going to make in the first place. Like, that's what we would want to see.
Right, and far more interesting than what we've seen on the field from North Carolina. So,
exactly.
I mean, now, good for that reporter trying it, but it's like, Hulu and everything, there's probably some NDAs and contracts involved so that doesn't see the light of day. But, Lord, there are tapes. Let's see them.
There are tapes. Let's see them. One last thing before I let you go. You messaged me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you can ask your thing, but the people in the chat, I guess I'll go first.
You can go first.
People in the chat want to know, Teresa, they're having their own conversation over here for some odd reason. They want to know your favorite couple of mall stores from when you were a kid. They're having a chat conversation about 90s mall stores. They want to get your thoughts on that.
Spencer's. I mean, Spencer's and Pottery Barn. Because you go into Spencer's to see the crazy stuff, and just how crazy can it get pushed. The last time I went in there, I'm like, okay, this is not my Spencer's. They've added a few things. And then Pottery Barn, because it's like the other end of the spectrum. Whoo, this stuff is expensive. I will never buy me Pottery Barn stuff because I can't afford it.
That's an incredible 1-2 punch. Spencer's and Pottery Barn is just, that's why we pay you the medium bucks. because
I'm getting
by
paid.
that
We
I
don't-
mean
we
we
don't-
pay you
we
no
don't pay her
bucks
at all
because
because-
she is
yes,
an
please.
journalist of integrity and will not accept any bucks because that's why she works for the Associated Press. But that's a good one. Now you have my brain going with all of my favorite stores. I was a limited too girly because I hit that age range.
When is limited
perfectly.
to is early 2000s, though,
I was
right?
limited to
Okay.
like first grade through fifth grade.
Got you.
So that would have been like 2000 to 2004. And that was a time. PacSun had its moment. Abercrombie, when they had the shirtless models at Abercrombie and all the boys were wearing Abercrombie Fierce. Hallmark. We had a Hallmark in the mall. I miss Hallmark. The amount of time I used to spend in a Hallmark is insane.
Somebody in the chat is bringing up Zaire's.
I never heard of that.
Z-A-Y-R-E.
See what else they have.
Anybody heard
Oh,
of it?
KB Toys.
KB Toys. That's the one I'm.
KB
K-
Toys.
Yeah, you always had to go there.
And Toys R Us, right?
Yeah.
KB
Yes.
Toys.
But Toys R Us was always its own. It was so big, it wasn't
Yes.
usually in the mall. It was mall
Ours-
adjacent.
Ours was in the mall.
And the pet store. Don't forget the
Oh,
pet
I
store.
forgot
You
about
have to
the
go
pet
check the
store.
puppies and kittens.
Yes.
Back when I didn't know it was so sad.
Yes, but
would
it
just
seemed
walk
happy.
around. It did seem happy.
We ended up getting
Oh my god, the number of hours spent in malls as kids.
Hastings.
is
Did y'all
insane.
have any sort of like music stores?
Oh yeah.
Because once we
Oh
got
my
a
God, what was it
Hastings, I was in
called?
Clarksville,
Tower
Tennessee.
Records, baby.
Tower
That's
Records.
my
That's a
jam.
Ours
good
wasn't
one.
Tower, but we would have like the Barnes and Noble. Ours was Tattered Cover, which had a CD section. But there was a specific Sam Goody.
Sam Goody.
I spent so much time in Sam Goody, and they have the little listening stations where you could put the nasty, dirty headphones that everyone else had put on. The album I last remember listening to in a Sam Goody was either Rihanna's first album or Shakira's.
Really?
I have like visceral reactions to just having the time of my life sitting in a store and listening to those two albums. Oh, what a time.
See, I'm vintage enough that I bought cassettes in the store, in the mall.
That's okay. My mom won't let me get rid of her cassettes. She's keeping them. And I'm like, what are you playing them on? She goes, my memories. I
They
say,
make
okay.
machines now that you can convert those to MP4s. The problem is usually my cassettes had been stored in the attic and they were trashed.
Yeah. It's so hard to get cassettes changed to CDs because a lot of the cassettes are ruined. But then also, if you send them off, it's so expensive. Getting home, someone has to create an easier way to turn a VHS tape into a PDF so that you can have your home memories. We have like 100 VHS tapes and no way to watch them and no way to turn them. And I looked into a service that does it. It's like thousands of dollars, and I'm not that desperate.
Forget
My
those
memories can sit in a store. Yeah. Mess those
I
memories.
turned my wedding video into a DVD from VHS, and now I need to turn it into an MP4.
Yeah, it's just
Turn
the
it
continued.
digital.
And then we'll have to turn it
Yes.
into an AI creation or something to be played in our goggles.
Anybody know what's up with Western Auto?
No, I've never heard of Western Auto.
Oh,
What,
I
what's-
have changed oil in my car. I've bought batteries at Western Auto, but that's a great question because now it's AutoZone. I haven't seen a
was
Western Auto.
So was
in
Western
forever.
Auto in the mall?
No.
Okay. All right, so we're just now people are just naming things at this point in time.
Did I
Well,
say turn it
if we
into
do
a
that, we can go
PDF?
into steakhouses.
My bad.
You did say
I did
turn
not
it
mean
into
a PDF.
We just
Whatever.
let that slide.
I had to watch Grizzlies Celtics last night. Give me
We
a
need
break.
more caffeine. We need more caffeine.
absolutely need more caffeine. Teresa, I will not hold it against you. Have you watched one moment of Grizzlies preseason action?
I have not.
That is okay.
I am monitoring. I mean, it's like, let's be honest, with the injuries, it's a chance for the young kids to get much needed playing experience, but I don't pay attention to the Predators preseason games either. So I'm an equal opportunity preseason ignorer when it comes to those sports. And on the NFL, I only watch the Titans because I'm paid to.
And
Good
I
point.
watched the
Preseason.
Grizzlies because I
Great
am
points.
paid to. So I feel
See?
you, Teresa. This is what we do.
Theirs?
Are you sure they're not meaning Zales?
No, they
No,
don't.
there was a Zales in the mall, but there was a Zayre's department
There
store.
we
I
go.
used to
What
go
is
to that as
Zayre's?
a kid.
What is Zayre's?
Well, it was a department store. It was like it was a standalone kind of place. You could go in and get, it was like Kmart, know.
Okay.
So yeah, I used to go to that a ton as a kid, especially living in Chicago, and so it had everything.
And last but not least, it's gone now, but never forgotten. Shout out to Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack was good. You could just go in there and push all the buttons on the little piano and then walk out.
You could get a Discman.
Ooh, Discman.
That's where I got my Discman.
Okay.
At the Radio Shack. I feel like I got my Game Boy at Radio Shack. And then Target started selling everything. I haven't mentioned Claire's. I saw it mentioned in the chat. But Claire's had a special part in my life. Everyone in my hometown, I can't speak universally, we all got our ears pierced at Claire's. Because you got your ears pierced at Claire's?
Yes.
Amazing. Generational through the Claire's situation. Because they billed it as free. It was a free ear piercing, but then you had to buy the earrings. It was genius. They had the big sign, free ear piercing, and you'd be like, I can get my ears pierced for free. And then it's like, oh, you just have to buy the studs that they put in your ears. I was like, okay, that's easy.
Seems like a good deal.
Seems like a good deal to me. Are the kids still getting their ears pierced at Claire's?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
That's beautiful.
I think that the kids' parents are taking them there.
In
right?
a world of recipes lost, we still have Claire's. Teresa, I'll let you go. I know it's your busiest time of year. Thanks for indulging us in mall talk, Titans talk, and more. We'll catch up with you next week. That was Teresa Walker. You can find her latest at the Associated Press. CJ, what was your favorite mall store?
KB toy, man. Just parents will go to the mall, 8 years, 9 years old. Like, yo, I'm gonna go to KB toy. Okay, stay here. Don't talk to strangers. All right, bye. Oh, we didn't say it with Teresa, but Payless is another. Payless is another strong STKRONG strong
Walk
store.
with me.
Let's
to
go.
South Glen Mall.
I'll do it. Let's go.
In Littleton, Colorado.
All right.
There is a Sam Goody, a KB Toys, a Payless.
Oh my gosh! Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. I have just walked into Payless. I've purchased my first pair of high heels.
Get out of here.
$12.
Oh.
They light up when you walk.
What?
I'm gonna wear them to my 6th grade graduation.
Let's go.
They light up. They're clear. I'm gonna then pop across the hall, and I'm gonna get myself a cinnamon swirl Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Oh, let's
I'm
go.
having the time of my
Auntie Anne.
life.
Favorite mall restaurant?
That and cinnamon rolls. Cinnabon.
Okay.
What's yours?
Sbarro's. Nothing like that.
Good
pizza.
choice.
That
Whatever
stuffed pizza is incredible.
Whatever your fare of like Mongolian grill.
Oh yeah, whatever the Chinese spot is.
The bourbon chicken with the free sample.
Chicken?
Yeah, free samples of bourbon chicken.
They chase you down the mall. Free sample.
That bourbon chicken was
so good.
The greatest chicken I've perhaps ever eaten in my life.
Oh my gosh. And they put that, I'm almost cursed. And I'm drooling. They put that in the dang styrofoam container. Right? Like you could barely close it.
You got proper serving size.
Oh my gosh.
Proper serving size.
For
Orange
like
Julius.
$9.99.
I didn't really like smoothies, but all my
Okay.
friends liked Orange Julius or a
Okay.
Jamba Juice when you had that opportunity. Was there a Mexican spot?
I've never
I don't think we
encountered
had
one.
one, but we did have Sbarro's. They opened a Chick-fil-A at our mall, and that was a big moment. The line would always be.
Yeah, I'm not doing.
Around
I'm
the
not at the mall to go to your Chick-fil-A or to go
Mrs. Fields
to your
cookies.
Go to your who?
Mrs. Fields cookies.
Oh yeah.
They used to do a deal. Wow, now you hi, I loved the mall. I'm Jessica Benson, and I loved the mall. They used to have a deal where you could get a bucket of 100 mini
cookies.
Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookies, and my mom and I used to go get that. Anytime we traveled, we would find a mall with a Mrs. Fields, and then we'd bring it back to our hotel room, and that was like our treat at the end of the night. And it was like $8 for 100. Oh, what happened to the world I loved? All right. And the Disney store. I haven't even mentioned the Disney store and all
Disney
those
store is
animals.
a good one.
Oh my God. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. WNBA Finals action continued last night, and it was a hell of a moment for Asia Wilson. A big win for the Aces. We'll get into that and more after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Jeff Dunham, artificial intelligence, and his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at natebargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Hey, yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isalo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back as we continue our
My bad, Jacob.
trip
I didn't
down
realize.
mall.
So
CJ's
what ends
lost
up-
in the mall.
What ends up happening sometimes is I just start the music in the commercial break, so it picks up at a different place than it normally would. And I didn't realize that it had gone almost all the way to the complete and total end, and I didn't start it over. My bad, Jacob.
What was Goldsmiths?
Why do I know?
I don't think we had a Goldsmiths. But we did have a Christmas store that popped up once a year, like a Spirit Halloween, and we don't get those anymore.
Like you said, everybody's selling
Mhm.
Christmas stuff now. Macy's.
Well, Macy's is a department store.
Okay. But
We had a Nordstrom.
was that favorite anchor store?
Nordstrom. I'm a
Nordstrom?
Nordstrom girl.
Okay.
Through to this day.
All right.
I have a
Turn up.
Nordstrom card.
Oh
I'm
my
not afraid
gosh.
to admit it. I get my point.
do you like about Nordstrom?
I have icon status. That's the lowest level of status.
Oh, what? I got what's
if
the
you
levels?
Spend, if you
What's the
spend
tier?
$50 a year, you get icon
Wait,
status.
what's the
I think.
tier?
I don't know what the others
Okay.
are called.
But you're
Actually,
icon.
I'm influencer status.
Oh, influencer.
And then it's icon.
Gotcha.
My mom's icon, so she gets me into the Nordstrom sale early. She's so cool.
Wait, so what is Nordstrom?
Well, Nordstrom was based in, I feel like because we were a Pacific Northwest family, we always gravitated to Nordstrom because it was originally opened in Seattle, I believe, and then we had one in Colorado. And so if we were choosing to go to a department store, we would go to Nordstrom. I always looked at Nordstrom as like, had cooler clothes than Macy's, but they all sell the same stuff. It's just how it's packaged. But Nordstrom at Christmas was the best. And we had Nordstrom Christmas lights that were these like big balls, like big colorful balls. And they created a children's book called Olive the Other Reindeer. Like, you know, it was like, why don't we ever talk about the other reindeer?
Because they're
Olive.
assholes.
No, Olive.
Oh, Olive?
Olive. The other reindeer.
Oh!
It was this whole little universe that only me and other Nordstrom children know.
Then Olive is an ass, because that's the one who's making fun of Rudolph.
Yeah. Olive's in it, but Olive was left behind, and Olive was ignored, and so it's the story of Olive.
He should have. Okay, go ahead.
I loved that store so much. But it was like, we had JCPenney, Macy's, Nordstrom. We had a Lord & Taylor, which felt like the fanciest store. I don't even know.
I'm unfamiliar
I don't think I've
with
ever
that.
even been in Lord & Taylor, but it had cursive writing on the outside, and I was like, I can't go in there. It's cursive. We had a Saks Fifth Avenue, which felt way too expensive to be in Colorado, and then we had is there another one that I'm missing in the department store sphere? Sears.
Sears, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Sears was great.
Sears, JCPenney was around these parts.
It's all inside.
Yeah, loved that.
Loved exploring
my
JCPenney.
father or mother, somebody in my family worked at Sears, and they would just take me to work and just say, hey, don't get in trouble, and they would just leave. Elementary school, like second grade CJ. But Sears had the video games you could play. And so they would just leave me there, and I'd be playing the video game. And that's where I was when I learned the Aladdin cheat code. So on Sega Genesis, playing Aladdin, you know, the cheat code, up, left, right, A, B, C, C, B, up, down, and it just catapulted you to the next level. You could just skip levels. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
All right, we got to talk about the WNBA finals.
Yeah, we do.
Did you watch the game last night?
Yeah.
I had it up on my laptop as a secondary screen. My real screen was Grizzlies Celtics. But Aces took a 3-0 lead in the finals after taking down the Mercury 90-88. The Mercury had stormed all the way back from down 17. They had tied the game up. And the moment seems to always be built for A'ja Wilson to do something big. And she did it again last night and reminded everybody why she is the best women's basketball player in the whole wide world, because with the game tied, seconds on the clock, the play call is get the ball to A'ja. Get the ball to A'ja. She drives left elbow, she nails the jumper, and she wins it for the Las Vegas Aces. There's going to be 2.2 seconds on the clock, and number 22 hits the game winner. Another picture-perfect moment of A'ja Wilson's career. And those were her 34th points of the night, a career high playoff-wise for her. She had 34, 14, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. This will be the season that solidifies the statement, if you have A'ja Wilson on your team, you always have a chance. It's been the entire experience, and last night's game encapsulated that tenfold. She'd had a possession one before where she bubbled it away. Mercury had a chance. They weren't able to capitalize. But when the game is on the line, if you put the ball in A'ja Wilson's hands, chances are she's going to do something like that.
Yeah, the mental fortitude it takes to have that type of a bonehead mistake. And let's be clear, that was bad. Not quite as bad as just letting go of the football and on the 1-inch line, but it was close. A'ja Wilson, beautiful back cut. I forget who passes it to her. Maybe Lloyd, I can't remember who threw it to her, but beautiful back cut on the right baseline. She is wide open. Nobody is there. It's 88-88, under 40 seconds left. She catches that. She puts that in there. And now, like, it's damn near game. The Mercury got to go down and get a bucket. And that Aces defense is really, really good. But instead of catching it, the ball just bobbles off her hand and just slips out and goes out of bounds. You come down the court, you get the stop. And I thought that Becky Hammond did a great job coaching in that moment. Hey, get the ball up the court. It's 17 seconds left. Get the ball up the court and let's see what we have. We don't have anything. Well, let's keep moving and see if we don't get something. Oh, we're not going to get anything. Hey, timeout. She called that timeout with 5 seconds left and drew that play up. And it's perfect. It's A'ja Wilson, your superstar, the best player in the W right now, league MVP, 4-time MVP, finals MVP. Get her the ball in her spot and say, hey, go to work, get us one. And A'ja, to her credit, got them one. DeWanna Bonner, I think that's as good a defensive job you can do on A'ja Wilson. A'ja pits the ball on the floor to go left. She's left-handed. DeWanna beats her to the spot, forces A'ja to pick it up and spin. She picks it up. She spins into AT. Alyssa Thomas is right there right there to contest that shot. Asia spinning right and shooting with her left hand gets that bucket. You got to kind of tip your cap to her if you're the Mercury, because you couldn't have played any better defense than what you did out there.
The still shot is a beautiful sports photograph. Like, it's just Asia elevated, AT, hand up, nothing you can do. Mercury crowd behind, on the cusp of thinking they just might pull off a win at home after all hope felt lost. Satu Sabally goes down with like 5 minutes left.
She was
with
having herself
terrifying injury, and she was.
Yeah.
She was the biggest part for the Mercury. Then, I mean, that picture is so good.
What a picture.
Like, if I was a
need
diehard
that
Aces fan,
poster.
I would want that
poster.
poster in my room tomorrow.
Yes.
It is so good.
I'm not an Aces fan, and I
The
want that poster now.
perfection of the legs kicked. You see the sleeve. I mean, that's and Nike. Do your work with it. Like, they'll do something spectacular. Kalia Copper ended up being huge in that fourth quarter after being pretty quiet early on. The Sabally injury was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to watch it with audio, so I just see that she's down, and then obviously the replay of her hitting her head on whose knee? Someone's knee. I think it was Jackie Young's knee?
Maybe.
But she hits her head on the knee and then goes down, and she couldn't get up. Like, I wasn't totally clear on what she was struggling with, if it was a head injury, a neck injury, but it looked really scary as she tried to get up and then had to go back down on the ground, and they ultimately were pretty much using the full bodies of other people to carry her off. She by no means walked off on her own accord. But you thought maybe, that's going to be the last straw for the Mercury. And then they still stormed back and tied it up, and DeWanna Bonner was huge.
The decision to start Bonner in the second half, huge for them. You're not going to be able to hold Asia Wilson. So it's not really going to matter what you are doing defensively on her. So go ahead and stick Bonner on her. And then on the other end, all right, you guys got to come out here and guard this. DeWanna Bonner went off for 25 points last night and freed up everybody else in doing so. So when Copper is able to go off, it's because DeWanna Bonner has forced the defense to pay her way more attention than anybody else on the Mercury would have forced them to pay. She opens up the floor in a way that allows for Alyssa Thomas and for Copper, and if she's healthy enough, hopefully, Satu to get out there and go to work on the offensive side of things. Right? You can't help off of her. You got to go close out on her. You got to defend her off of the dribble. She's such a dynamic offensive weapon. And also, she's just a warrior, right? She's been through these battles before. And if you're going to go out, you got to go out with those types of players on the court. Somebody who knows what this moment is and knows how to fight through the moment. And I think that Bonner can do that for them. And if it was me, if I was Tibbetts, she'd start. She'd be my starter in a must-win game 4.
Well, and that's the thing that makes the Aces so hard on their side of that, is they have players who have been in this position before.
Wilson.
Together. Gray. Young. Even Jewel Lloyd. Like,
right?
They've been about it. So it's a very hard thing to go up against. But we are now one Aces win away from them winning their 3rd title in 4 years. Asia, you got to think, one good to great performance away from locking up MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, and a title.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Co. Sorry.
No
disrespect to Lana Smith.
I do believe she became the all-time leading scorer in postseason or finals.
Oh, I don't know. I saw the graphic pop up.
I think postseason. I want to say postseason. It might be finals. Whatever it is, Asia Wilson is just phenomenal.
Asia Wilson on top. I forgot a really key mall store.
Which one?
I don't know what yours was called. I assume we all had different names. But mine was the Sweets Factory. Whatever your mall candy store was.
Oh, the candy store.
Oh, my
I don't know what it was. It was just the candy store.
Ours was the Sweets Factory.
Okay.
Where it had a tagline. It was like the Sweets Factory where fun is had, or something stupid like that. The sheer joy of getting Swedish fish for me. That was my Sweets Factory of choice. I didn't want anything else. Everyone else would go through and pick a little bit here, a little bit there. No, I just wanted a bag of Swedish red fish. Don't you dare give me the multicolored fish. No, red only. Mm-hmm. Yes, red only. I was very specific. I was going to make a joke. I'm not Red fish only. They would try to give you a bag with orange, yellow, red, green. Who wants a green Swedish fish?
Jessica, I didn't know you felt so strongly about the colored fish.
About the fish.
Yeah, okay.
There were two like containers, and sometimes the red one would be out, and they'd be like, "Well, you can get from the multicolor fish." No, I don't want that. Did you have a sweet factory or a candy?
There was a candy store, and we always listen. When we went to the mall, we were a window shopping type of family.
Yes.
We did not buy anything in the mall, so we just wanted to go places where we could experience things that wouldn't cost us any money. So Radio Shack, we could go in there and make a bunch of noise.
Yes.
We could go to and also play with the remote control car. Somebody brought that up in the chat. I forget who it was, and that triggered a core memory for me. Same thing with Toys R Us. Just go in there, play with the toys, walk around, and then KB Toys, much the same way. Sam Goody or Hastings, whatever you could go in, listen to something for free, and then get out. So we always noticed the candy store. We always said, "Hey, can we go into the candy store?" And my parents say, "Yeah, go in there. All right, come out. You're not buying anything in there." So we had one. I never really partook in too much of anything in the mall. Now that I sit back and think about it, but when I got old enough to, and I had my own monies, I would go and mess up that Sbarro's pizza. That was my joint.
And that's where we would go to the candy store. That's, I think, more about, I guess I would go to the mall with my parents. They would do something, and I would do the same thing, like explore the stores. I was a little nerd. I'd love to find a Barnes & Noble. I'd love to find a Sam Goody, where I could either read or listen to music and pass the time, or look at toys and just wander through the aisles. But my favorite, like, core mall memories are with my friends. Like, before we could drive, when you would just get dropped off at the mall,
and go?
And we had no money, you'd get like $20, and we'd spend it all at the candy store. $20 of Swedish redfish, and then just walking with them. That's where, like, the time spent in those pet stores is insane. Because why? We weren't buying them. We were just, like, looking at turtles and dogs and snakes. So that you would always go to the back and, like, have to pull the curtain back to get to the reptiles.
See, I don't think we...
And you try to impress a boy and be like, I can look at the reptiles.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's like, are you scared?
I don't think we had snakes. I think, and maybe I just never went back behind the curtain. But there were puppies. There were other reptiles, birds, listening to the birds chirp. That's how you knew you were close. Hamsters and gerbils. You could pick up the kittens, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
And that's why we'd go to Spencer's, because then you're just looking at, like, shock value stuff.
Yes, just go
Not
straight
buying
to the
it.
back.
I don't think I've ever purchased some. Well, as an adult, like a gag gift, I've actually recently went back to Spencer's and got something
was the
for
gift?
someone. It was for a bachelorette party. We don't have to talk about it.
They have great.
They have infinite options if you are looking for that sort of a gift to get someone. But yeah, back then it was just like, even like looking at the lava lamps. We would just stand and look at the lava lamps. I wasn't allowed to have a lava lamp.
Oh, you sound so disappointed.
I wanted one.
You could get one now.
Yeah, but now I understand why my mom wouldn't let me get one.
Why
Because they're
couldn't
like
you have
high
one?
fire hazard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, sometimes they explode.
Oh.
Or if you leave them on, they get too hot.
Okay.
Because like the outside of a lava lamp is like
hot.
Lava. Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do some Theater Thursday movie news going into the weekend, what we've been watching, what we're excited to see after a quick break.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Jaron Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaron, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. Yes, CJ.
Mike downstairs. This mall talk has got everybody fired up.
Okay.
Talking about mall stores.
I love malls.
Not fired up in a bad way, but fired up in a
great
I
way.
missed the yesteryear. He brings up Woolworths department store from the way back.
Had a Woolworths.
I would be willing to bet that we are too young for the Woolworths.
Woolworths?
Yes, I feel like that was done by the time we started frequenting malls. Yeah,
Now you have me, like,
Woolworths
thinking
is in one of these movies.
Yes.
Woolworths
The Santa
is in.
Claus.
Okay, there we
Maybe.
go.
No,
It's somewhere. It's in one of these damn movies.
it is.
Yeah.
Now you have, oh God.
Let's go.
Now you really
Let's
have me thinking
go.
like greatest mall experiences.
Let me hear it.
Okay. The Macy's in New
Okay.
York City. It's a horrible place to go now. It's always packed.
In Times Square?
It's not in Times. It's like off of Times
Oh,
Square,
well,
but yes,
it's down the
Midtown
street.
Manhattan,
Okay, I
down the
got
street.
you.
They still use wooden escalators.
Yeah.
Which are wild to get on.
Okay.
But when you were a kid, that was the most magical place around Christmas of all time. And you could go and meet Santa Claus, and they had like a winter wonderland thing on one of the top floors. And they had an old-fashioned like diner that you could get milkshakes and burgers at. And I think about it all the time. Because nothing brought me joy like meeting Santa and then sitting on like a stool with like the black and white checkered floor and some waitress dressed up like she was at like a sock hop and drinking a milkshake after meeting Santa. We don't do it right. Now people just go in and out and shop, and it's not tailored for us, the consumer, anymore.
So we went to New York for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Yes.
parade. I can't remember the year exactly. I didn't consider where Macy's was to be a mall, but
It's not a mall. I was just going to department stores.
Yeah, just walk with me on this journey.
Okay.
The parade ends. We're in Times Square for the parade.
Yes.
We decide, all right, let's walk around and see what we don't find. We get to that Macy's. We knew we were going to that Macy's. We get to that Macy's fresh off of the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh, God.
The energy radiated all around. And right across the street when we went, I'm not sure if it's still there. I think it is. But right across the street from that Macy's was the best Toys R Us I had ever been in my life. Like, they had a Ferris wheel.
It's not right across from it.
Yeah.
But yes, it's
Just right there.
It was the most incredible
You
Toys R Us.
you gotta walk by the characters to get there.
Yes.
Like Meth Elmo and
Yeah,
them. You gotta walk by
Headless
them.
Mickey is trying to sell you crack, but
You gotta walk past them to get there.
Or just
but
CDs.
Boy, that Toys R Us, man.
So that Toys R Us came up as a direct competitor to the old FAO Schwartz, which is like a few further blocks down. And FAO Schwartz, when I was like a little kid, was like the greatest toy store of all time. There was a little song. And it was like, welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world of fun. And you'd walk in and there was a giant tree and you went inside the tree and it was like a tree of knowledge. And then you'd come out the other side and it was just like toys everywhere. So then that Toys R Us comes and they put a Ferris wheel in it. And I'm like, oh, we're leveling up on the toy game now. You got to go to Toys R Us because you got to ride the Ferris wheel. And at the time, I think it was free. And now FAO Schwartz is back and they have this thing called a Jelly Cafe.
Wait,
Jelly Cat Cafe.
What's that?
It's the recent toy boom for the children.
Okay, but what's the cafe part? What type of food are we
So
eating?
these like toys make fake food.
Oh, come on.
It's insane.
I want the fake food.
And people wait for hours.
For the fake food?
Yes.
Get
But then
out
I
of
think
here.
there's also a cafe where you can eat, but you like make the food for your jelly cats. Don't ask me. I'm not a child and I don't have children.
Gotcha.
And I have just vaguely seen this on TikTok where like the Jelly Cat Cafe employees complain about their Jelly Cat Cafe duties and how crazy people are with it. But that Toys R Us with the Ferris wheel,
just banger.
I honestly don't know if it's still there because I never look for it as an adult. But
fresh off of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Insane.
Oh, wonderful. Saw Meghan Trainor and the Ninja Turtles. Like it was a good time.
Was that all about the bass, Meghan Trainor?
Yes.
Different all about the bass because
Yes.
now she has no bass.
Listen. Her
Do
body,
you, do you.
her body, her choice. She likes it.
Just every time she pops up on that ad that's out right now, I'm like, who are you?
I don't like
She's married to the Spy Kid.
Yeah, they share the toilet.
Yeah.
Remember, they have,
Yes.
well, not share the toilet. They have two toilets in
Right.
the bathroom.
They can sit.
Did y'all ever do trunk or treat at your mall?
No.
So we would do trunk or treats. So during Halloween, you could go to the mall, like the mall would shut down, and you'd go to the mall. Nobody would be in the stores, but the
Yes.
stores would have employees out giving out candy.
Yes.
And so it's all these stores with everybody giving out candy, and the people who are working it are employees of the stores, and they know, hey, as soon as I give this candy out, I can just go home. And so they're giving you candy by
Infinite
the
candy.
fistfuls.
We did have that.
Incredible stuff.
Memory unlocked.
Yeah.
I was a mall performer around the holidays. My
Were you
performing
now?
group would get contracted out to do our Christmas show. We would either
Just
do
right
it
there in the
for-
middle of the mall.
We would either do it for old men at their like holiday parties, which looking back on it, weird. Sometimes we would do it at a bat mitzvah, and sometimes we would do it at the mall. But the holiday like review was all for the mall show, and you would just do it, and people would stop. It was so weird.
Yes.
We're singing "Oh Christmas Tree" and people are like screaming at each other. Moms are trying to take care of their rowdy kids, and we're like, "Oh Christmas tree." Oh. We're dancing. We're in sequins. It was a lot. Did the Polar Express song.
Good times at the mall. Good times. I go to the mall once a week now.
Mall. Why?
Because I have to kick it somewhere, and we don't. You brought it up coming back from Europe. Like we don't have enough just free spaces, so the mall is a free space. I go out there and hang out at Wolf Chase.
Yeah.
They got a great store in the Wolf Chase now. Why am I blanking on the name of it?
I enjoyed my last wander around Wolf Chase.
How many years ago was that, though?
Last
was that
year.
was it last year? Okay.
Last year.
Okay.
But when I go to get my car at the Wolf Chase Honda, shout out, I will walk to the mall from the Honda store and I will spend the time at the mall instead of just sitting in the Honda. And I very much enjoyed just wandering the great mall that we have. But now the Cheesecake Factory is closed there, and that's sad. All right, movie news. Have you watched anything? I've watched nothing.
Listen, I haven't either. I'm still recovering. We didn't say any of the shoe stores. We didn't
Payless.
say. We didn't. Well, Payless is.
Payless is all I care about.
Payless is special. We didn't say the Foot Locker or anything else like that.
Sure, Foot Locker. What's the other one that I'm thinking of? DSW was always good for discount shoes.
Journeys?
Journeys.
Not a shoe store, but
not a shoe store. Vans, but we didn't have a Vans store. Vans were sold at our Journeys. There's always a weird art store with Thomas Kincaid. I don't even know who Thomas Kincaid is, but there was always an art store. And I think there's one at Wolf Chase, too, or at least there was. Are we missing anything else?
Nobody said Victoria's Secrets, but
Oh, I mean, shh.
My fault. I apologize.
That was the place to go. Especially when they launched the pink
The
brand.
pink
God
stuff.
bless.
Popped into Victoria's Secret quite a bit to buy pink gifts, sweatpants, hoodies.
Love spell.
Oh,
The greatest smell of all time. I loved Love Spell. They had a great cupcake lip gloss too.
Primark is the name of the store.
Primark
and Wolf
Primark
Chase
was great.
is the name of the
That's
store.
new.
That's new
Primark
to Wolf
came
Chase.
from London.
Oh, did it?
That's a UK brand.
Okay.
And now they've opened. Primark was great.
Yeah.
Cheap, but also amazing.
So cheap,
It's like
but so good.
What's the really cheap? Why can't I think of the name of where we buy clothes from online that are made of paper and cost $5?
Temu.
Not Temu, but the clothing. Shein. Yeah. Primark is elevated Shein because you're not getting it in the mail, and you're like, I'm going to buy at Primark, but it's good
absolutely.
stuff.
Stephen Barry, I'd be remiss of me. Some people might not know about Stephen Barry, but Stephen Barry, everything in there was $9.99 or less. Everything.
Oh.
Everything. Venus Williams had a line. What's the chick from Sex and the City? Carrie?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
She had a line.
I had a pair of her shoes that were $10.
Yeah.
And felt like they were $10. They were like a blue slingback heel I wore to homecoming. And by the end of the night, I was getting athlete's foot because they were not on my feet. And I was like, these are so uncomfortable. I hate these.
But back to the movies. I hadn't seen anything.
I haven't either, which
and I guess
I just have to get to one battle after another.
But
I'm
is there
trying so
anything?
hard.
Is there the Rock movie came out this week?
Yeah, I'm now waiting for it to come at home.
Why?
The movie itself, it's worth seeing for his performance. The movie itself is not getting particularly great reviews, which is that's how I measure, do I spend my money to go? And either reviews or somebody saying, hey, the reviews stink. I really enjoyed this experience seeing it in the movie theater. Otherwise, I'll just wait for it. If I'm just looking at it from a character actor role, I will happily watch it at home. The other movies out right now, One Battle After Another, which every single person I saw in New York last weekend, have you seen One Battle After Another? Oh, it's the greatest movie of all time. Or not of all time, but it's the greatest movie of this decade. It's the best movie since Parasite. It's the first movie that's made me really feel something since Parasite. Okay, I get it. At this point, I'm almost like, oh, maybe I'll just wait.
Since Parasite, did they not see Endgame? What are we talking about here?
They said from this movie, or from this year, the only true, what's the word that my one friend used who works in movies? From a lasting power, it's Sinners and One Battle After Another are the two movies that will be discussed outside of this year that have been released so far, right? We are entering award season. The big Timothée Chalamet project with Josh Safdie that's coming out, Marty Supreme, had its first screening, and those early reviews were very, very high. It's about a young man with a dream no one respects who goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness. Wow, sounds like every movie ever made, but it's supposed to be awesome. And we found out that Timothée Chalamet has been practicing ping pong for that movie for a long time. As he was preparing to play Bob Dylan in the Bob Dylan biopic, he was also practicing ping pong regularly and would have different ping pong tables set up at his different shoots on the other projects that he was working on because he has to play ping pong in this film. So I'm excited for that. I think Timothée Chalamet is one of the best young actors we have.
Any interest in the new Tron?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
That's Friday. I didn't see him.
I have.
I'm all right.
Every time the preview comes up, I don't get it, but that's okay. I want to ride the Tron coaster.
I would like to do that as well.
I would love to ride the Tron coaster someday.
I would like to do that as well.
It was being built the last time I was there.
Okay.
So I'd like to do that. I want to see that After the Hunt movie with Iowa Debris and Julia Roberts and
that's the movie about the
teacher.
Yeah, the sexual harassment or assault or whatever.
I'm at least intrigued enough to see that. I'm interested in seeing that. Why can't I find the Malco list of what's playing? Their website is new this week. I do want to see. Okay, random aside, Kiss of the Spider Woman with Jennifer Lopez is coming out or came out this week. One, she's back. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are making googly eyes at each other again.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
Jessica,
they were
no,
on
they
the red.
aren't.
Yes, they are. I'm sending this to Jacob
Jessica,
right now.
they are not doing that
fault.
again.
That's my fault for not having it. Yes, they are.
They aren't.
Ben Affleck was.
I don't believe that.
Supposedly. Okay, hold on. Jacob,
I don't believe
I'm
that
sending
at
it
all.
to our
You
chat
told me
right
that
now.
Liam Neeson and old girl was together.
Okay, well,
I'm not. You told me Taylor. You told me Taylor Swift was going to do the Super Bowl. I'm not going to believe that. I'm not. These people have done it. How many times have they gone through this?
This would be the fourth? Look at this. Look at the way he's
No.
looking at her.
No, Benjamin.
Look at it.
Ben, no.
Look at that face.
Ben, no.
That
What
is
is
the
on his
face
face?
of a
Wait,
man.
what
It's
is-
her dress.
Oh, okay.
And it's not a dress that I
No,
particularly
Ben. No, Ben. No, don't do it.
So-
Don't. Jennifer, no. Jenny from the block,
Bennifer.
no. Y'all have done this
Bennifer.
already. No.
They finalized
Why
their
didn't he
divorce.
ever look at her like
they
that?
finalized their divorce in January. Why are they touching on the red carpet is the bigger question.
They are like touching.
They're cozy. There's another one of him like whispering in her ear later on in the
No.
night, and I'm like, oh my God.
No. Jessica, I can't do this with these people again.
I'm sorry, but it looks like you're gonna have to do it with these
Fool
people
me once,
again.
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Bennifer, I'm not in this no more. Y'all got it.
I forget what role Ben Affleck had, but I saw that she said like he's responsible or one of the primary reasons of why she ended up doing this movie. Anyway, a kid that I went to school with is in this movie with Jennifer Lopez. His name's Tonatua, and he's amazing. And it's been so fun to watch him go through the press cycle of doing a movie with flipping Jennifer Lopez. Like he's popping up on Access Hollywood and on different just movie-related like TikToks and Instagrams, and I'm like, I sat next to you in screenwriting class, and he has been so incredible.
Do you
and
still talk? Can he get you like premiere tickets?
no, we're not like friend. We're
come
friendly. We sat through a great history of Broadway class together freshman year that the 15 of us in that class trauma bonded for life over. But yeah, I'm very proud of him, and I will see that movie eventually. Probably not in theaters, but I will.
So the next movie we're seeing in theaters
I'm seeing one battle after another.
is Wicked.
I think we're gonna go on Sunday.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see
We're gonna
it.
miss football for one battle after another.
Okay, I'll believe it when I see
Okay.
it. But the
Yeah, I
next
mean,
one
Wicked
is
2.
Wicked 2, isn't it?
I really want to see the new Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson movie, Die My Love.
that one looks
Really want to
looks
see that.
odd.
Looks odd.
That's the one where
I'm kinda-
she gets kidnapped, right?
No, that's
Okay.
the Emma Stone.
Getting my whites
tech
mixed up
creator.
again. I
Well, Emma
apologize.
Stone has a new face, so I understand why you would feel that
is
way.
that what's going on?
They're all getting new faces.
Okay, I was like, oh, this
There's a
doesn't
new
look like
face
the Emma
conundrum happening.
that I know and love.
And to be
Okay.
fair, the picture I saw of her, then someone else posted another picture that looked a little more like her old face, but everyone has gone to the same doctor and has a new face. I think it started with Lindsay Lohan. I'm not sure if she's taking credit for the new face wave, but they're all going to some doctor who does incredible work, just doing a great job, but they don't look quite the same that they once did. Yeah, probably Wicked 2 is like the next big movie that we're all seeing together.
Okay.
But the Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson one looks awesome.
What is that one?
I don't want to say because I kind of regret that I know what the plot of it is because the preview is just chaotic. And the preview would make you say, I have no idea what's going on, but I know what the theme of the movie is. And that makes it even more interesting. But in case somebody wants to go in blind.
Got you. Okay. Hashtag growth. Over there in the host chair.
That's me.
I see you.
Growing every day. Last but not least, we did get the Two Dogs cast to play Air Bud because we are a sports show and we are a sports show that talks about movies. So we should probably talk about one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
I'm confused now.
Yes.
Playing the same role, or are we getting 2 different dogs
That's
in the Air Bud movie?
I don't know.
Are we getting like a good boy, bad boy type situation?
With Charlie and Summer?
Yes.
Which one's the good boy? And the one with his tongue out's the bad boy. I think it's.
Are you
I think it's
sure?
a sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay. Because I think the more stoic one. Yo, this has to be 2 different Air Buds then. Because they don't look alike. We're getting 2 dogs in
Yeah,
one
they
movie.
do look different. Are they going to compete against one another?
And then come together and become friends and teach
That'd be so sweet.
teach a town how to love again? Or is that a Hallmark movie? I'm sorry.
That's Air Buddies,
Oh,
the
okay.
Hallmark movie. This is Air Bud competitors. Okay, this is where we're at this point. No, it's called Air Bud Returns, and it's coming out in 2026.
Okay.
I don't know if you were waiting for the next Air Bud.
I wasn't, but it's here.
There's also that other new dog movie coming out.
Good Boy.
The horror movie. Yeah, Good
Yeah.
Boy. One I'll watch at home, but I'm interested enough.
There are a couple of horror movies coming out. Good
been a
Boy.
big year for horror.
Black Phone 2. Am I saying that one right? Dark Phone 2?
Yeah.
I can't remember
Black
what
Phone.
it is. Black Phone is one of those. We're getting a second something or another also. What's the one with the chick who be dancing in the hall? The little Muppet mechanical chick. Megan.
Megan.
But it's not Megan. Five Nights at Freddy's.
She's not a Muppet.
What is she?
She's a robot.
Same thing.
No, I will not do the Muppets like that.
Well, listen,
You're out here on Attack of the Robots.
Muppets. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Oh. That's one that's coming out soon, if I recall correctly. So yeah, horror movies coming out.
All right. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Thursday. Thursday night football, we get Giants-Eagles.
Let's go.
I'm excited for it. The Phillies also play today, so it could be a very good day for for Philadelphia. I'm sorry, we're a baseball show. I didn't mention my Yankees were eliminated yesterday, so I'm not talking about baseball.
I saw the clip of the dude doing the Yankees lose. I saw that clip. That was pretty funny.
And the Mariners lost yesterday, too.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
now we have a pivotal Game 5.
Oh.
You know I love a pivotal game.
Gosh.
All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye.